So before I even get into this announcement, I want to just clarify real quick. I'm doing this completely like unscripted. I have bullet points and stuff, but I'm mostly going to be improvising it so I can say it from the heart. I'm sorry if I make mistakes at any point in this video. But yeah, I have some things I need to talk about. So it's been a couple days since I uploaded that Deltarune timeline video, and to those of you that are still around from that, I sincerely thank you. Same with the people that are just now stumbling across this channel. So yeah, that timeline video kind of blew up, and I really wasn't expecting that. I mean, it's not often a channel with 12 subs uploads a over 2 hour long video that gets somehow over 20k views. That's, yeah, that's pretty much only something you can find from the Deltarune community. I'm super glad for it though. The praise, the criticism, even like the destructive criticism that added nothing, promoted the video just that little bit and opened the gate for people with a more open mind to find that video and discuss good things. But there are a few things I need to say. There's no bad news or anything, just things that I need to address, both about that video and my channel itself. First, the quality of that video. Yes, I know the quality on that video wasn't great. I kind of just cobbled it together out of nowhere and didn't really put much effort into it, because originally I thought that that video was just going to be something I could show my friends later, because I had all these thoughts about Deltarune and I wanted to combine them in a video. And you know, that thumbnail was super clickbaity, same with the title, and which that was because I wanted to have fun with it. I wanted to be like funny with it, you know, like just blatantly clickbait, like joke title and thumbnail. Like, I mean, I did talk about all those things, and I do think that I had at least something going there, but I don't think I genuinely figured out all of Deltarune. I just want to say that right now. And I think I even gave that warning in the other video. But yeah, either way, I'm super sorry that I didn't put like too much effort into that. I should have put like way more, considering the amount of effort I put into the script. That script took me like damn near 2 weeks to write, during like a crazed period in my life where I was super obsessed with Deltarune. That's kind of like faded now, but I'm still like obsessed enough to want to write more scripts for it. So yeah, some comments definitely pointed out like a lot of the errors that I made with not editing, and I ended up finding CapCut, which I've had CapCut installed for the longest time, but I didn't even consider it. But yeah, I should have like music behind my videos now, not just gameplay audio, and I should be able to put images up now, so that'll be fun. But yeah, now that I have all that, I've started basically production on redoing all of the parts of my timeline, because as I said, I kind of just haphazardly threw that together. I mean, the script was, in my opinion, all over the place, and I didn't provide like much evidence, well, as much evidence as I could have for all of those bullet points and those parts and whatnot. So what I want to do is I want to start it again, not like just like re-upload it basically, but I want to like go into every like category and give more proof and evidence for my thoughts behind it. Like the Des Knight thing, I kind of just said Des was the knight for, and just left it at that. I didn't go over any of the knight candidates or whatnot, because I just accepted it as general fact. But as I found out, especially recently, that's not the case anymore. Rudy could be the knight. Alvin could be the knight. I don't really think that. Papyrus could be the knight. I don't think that either. Carol could be the knight. So there's all these people that the knight could be, and I just kind of glossed over it and picked one to support my further theories, which is kind of fallacious when you think about it. I want to talk about more proof about why Gaster's in Deltarune, and more proof as to his importance to the story and where I think he could have fit in and where he fits in now and whatnot. Like why Chris is in control. I kind of that most of that part was just me, like, branching off of the first Fun Gang theory, which I really love, by the way, like that video, but I want to provide some more of my own takes based off of that and what might have happened to Chris, instead of just accepting that as fact. So, yeah, I have much more that I want to actually say and do. So, yeah. But the funny thing about me saying all that is I've put that on the back burner for now. I did a YouTube poll earlier today, and I asked a bunch of people, not a bunch of people, but some people responded. It's like, so it was either I do that Redux timeline, or I give my, like, blind, completely blind, like, uninfluenced take on chapter 3 and 4 and its weird root. Specifically the weird root, I mean. And maybe what the weird root itself has meant across, like, the whole game. And what it could mean. And it might sound kind of ego to say that, like, oh, why didn't you take anybody else's opinion into consideration? That's kind of ego. But I think it did something good. I think if you, like, let yourself be in a vacuum in an echo chamber and you experience something like some work of fiction, you can have your own thoughts about it and not be influenced by what other people think. I mean, me, I was kind of influenced by the whole popular, like, Death Knight theory going around, and didn't even consider the fact that there were other Knight candidates, like, more than I thought there were, and more than I think are obviously not them. So, yeah, I think I've played through, like, enough of the weird root. Not enough. I played through all of it, but I think I've thought enough about the weird root to definitely give a good, like, analysis on it. One that I think has some new meanings, maybe. Because there's a lot of symbolism in the weird root, and I want to go over that. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing directly after this. And then I'll release the Redux timeline. But I'm talking about all these Deltarune projects. I do want to say this, though. I'm not only going to be a Deltarune channel. If you're only here for Deltarune content, I'm sorry. That's just not what I'm about. I love theory crafting and I love speculation, but that's not what I want to be all about. That's just not me. I mean, before I wrote that Deltarune script, I was working on a character analysis of Nanashi from Maiden Abyss, who is my profile picture, actually, as of, like, saying all this. I don't only want to do that stuff, though. I don't only want to be an analysis or creative speculation channel. I have my own creative ventures I'm exploring, you know, like a book, and I want to have fun with this. I'm super scared, actually, that if I spend too much time on this, on theory crafting for Deltarune and whatever else, I'll be doing it out of obligation, because that's what people are gonna expect from me, probably, and I'll stop having fun with it. I mean, you know, I love this sort of work, but I don't want to only be known for branching off of other people's creations. I mean, my last video, almost in its entirety, was exactly that, branching off of other theories and coming to my own conclusions for what they mean. It's a super common habit of mine to branch off of other people's works. My book is mainly inspired by Maiden Abyss, specifically in terms of the first book's setting, because I plan on it being like a series that I'm doing for fun. And, you know, while the rest of it has no relation to that, it's still rooted there in high inspiration. That's still going to be the first thing that people see when they get into whatever I'm writing. So with that, I want to say this. The two projects that I'm working on, the timeline redux and the weird root analysis, they're probably going to be my last projects for Deltarune theory crafting. At least big projects. I don't know. I might talk about... No, I don't want to talk about Friend. Maybe the Shadow... No, I'll just put the Shadow Crystals in the weird root. Anyway, that's probably going to be my last big project type thing for Deltarune until, you know, chapter 20 or chapter 5 in 2026. You know, I'm sorry. I know a lot of people are here for that, but that doesn't mean I'll stop uploading Deltarune content permanently. If you're only here for Deltarune content, I'll just say this. Just all I can ask is that you stick with me until Deltarune ends. Until Chapter 7 releases and the aftermath of that has finally calmed down. I promise. Yeah, and I genuinely, like, solemnly promise this. Whenever new Deltarune chapters come out, I will be there to offer my takes and whatnot. And honestly, I want to direct other people to, like, other people's works. You know, I will never regret, like, doing that in my last video, linking all those channels and stuff, because, like, you know, I'm not super big right now, but if I get a following, I want, like, to eventually be able to trickle down and, you know, put other people in the spotlight. So, yeah, that's basically it, you know. Like, how do I even put this? Honestly, everyone that's gonna stick around after that, well and truly, actually, thank you. Honestly, I hope this works out well and that whoever is sticking around will, you know, support my further endeavors and whatnot. I mean, not necessarily monetarily, but just be there, you know? That's all I can ask for. But for now, I'm gonna get back to writing those scripts, and actually, if you have your own Deltarune theories or just want a community to join, I'd suggest anyone watching this right now to join the Discord server linked below to post your own. Until then, this is Strider, otherwise known as Kalen the Human, and as always, please have yourselves a damn good one. Peace out.